literally one right here. So it's time for my March wrap-up, also April TBR. And I didn't read any physical books. Well, technically I did. I'm still trying to get through them. But I listened to 2 audiobooks. That's right, 2 audiobooks. First one was another Star Wars audiobook. Star Wars Catalyst by James Luceno. Or Luceno. 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 But it's supposed to be a prequel to Star Wars Rogue One, which is a pretty cool movie. I do recommend watching it if you haven't already. Of course, in Rogue One, and I mean in the movie, it mostly deals with the team that was responsible for helping to destroy the Death Star. Of course, the Death Star from the original Star Wars trilogy. And so this audiobook, Catalyst, it's a prequel, or I guess it's supposed to be a prequel. And it mostly deals with different things that transpired, which eventually led up to the events that occurred in the movie Rogue One. So, I will say, I found a lot of the dialogue in it to be slow, or no, not slow, dense. And there was a lot of moments when I just kind of zoned out and wasn't really listening. But everything else I found pretty interesting, because they talk about the fact that, because I want to say even the bulk of the story takes place way before the Death Star is even built, or possibly just when it's the process of constructing the Death Star has just barely begun. So yeah. Also too, the bulk of the story for this audiobook mostly deals with the Urso family. There's a character, Jyn Erso, from Rogue One. Sergeant Jyn Erso. In the movie, I want to say she was played by the actress Felicia something. Unfortunately, her name escapes me at the moment. But it actually deals mostly with her family, her father. He becomes involved in pretty much helping the Empire do certain things, and I don't want to give away too much of it, but and actually I thought about doing a more thorough review of this, but I really don't know, because I don't know, I tend to feel it doesn't matter if I do a complete review of certain books or audiobooks or whatnot. I mean, either way, I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. But I'm just saying, I don't know if I should do a complete, more thorough review of it at a later date. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. That's just. And also too, because I've been busy. So, but I will say that I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the previous Star Wars audiobooks I listened to, but it was still interesting nonetheless. So, and then the second audiobook I listened to was by Rob Lowe, an autobiography titled "Stories I Only Tell My Friends," I believe. Stories I tell my friends, stories I only tell my friends, and that one was all right. I mean, of course, it's read by Rob Lowe himself. There was like maybe a handful of funny moments. Mostly he talks about his childhood and how early on, when he got bitten by the acting bug and pretty much became determined to pursue acting no matter what, and which is interesting. This one I haven't decided as well whether or not I'll do a more thorough review of it. It was definitely interesting. I will say that certain parts with this one too, certain parts I zoned out because there's some parts where it just seemed like Rob Lowe, he was just not really I don't know, it just felt kind of boring or stale, or because it seemed like he would just go on and on about either basically the same thing, or you talk about how I guess ultimately, because for me it was the first time I've listened to any kind of audio, not only audio, it's the first time I've listened to or read an autobiography in which the person who's reading it, it's kind of it comes off more as just them bragging about themselves, which is what I expect. Granted, I expect that from an autobiography or even a memoir. I don't know, for me, this, it was I found it interesting, but not as interesting as I thought I would. So, and yeah, I don't know. I guess ultimately, this audiobook made me realize that I'm not really that big of a fan of Rob Lowe. I consider him a pretty good actor for the most part. I feel like Rob Lowe is a good character actor. He's good at playing a lot of weird, kind of almost creepy kind of characters. Yeah. But as far as Rob Lowe himself, I don't know, it just seems if he's already really entrenched in his abilities as an actor, and so his own personality, at least to me, his own personality comes off as stale, or at least in this audiobook. So that's how I feel. So so in fact, for now, I'm gonna say for that particular audiobook, I guess I would give it 3 out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5 at the most. So, yeah, 3.5. And then as for Star Wars Catalyst, I would give that one 4 out of 5 stars. I think I already rated it on Goodreads. So, yeah. So there you go. Those are my kind of mini reviews of those. Again, I haven't decided if, I don't know if I should I think I might just instead of reviewing every single thing that I read, just I might end up just instead do separate reviews of the books and audiobooks, only those that I really like. So yeah, not to say that I didn't like these audiobooks. It's just for me, nothing really stood out enough to warrant separate reviews or. Yeah, that's just how I feel. So, and that's pretty much it. That's what I listen to. Again, I stated earlier. I have been reading some other stuff, but still trying to get through those. I've just been busy. So, and also too, I recently decided that I'm going to revive my old review channel. I used to have this separate channel, which it's just called Madman Reviews, I think I'll go into more detail about it in a separate video, but for now I will say that I'll provide a link down below, and all of my, pretty much from now on, most, if not all, of my movie reviews will be put up on that channel. Movie reviews, album reviews, anything else, beer reviews, and also too, anything else that I consider to be anything that I would feel wouldn't really fit into this channel. So yeah, I don't know, because I've noticed that on my review channel, I like that my movie reviews, or pretty much anything, or let's just say for the sake of this, I like that my movie reviews would stand out a lot more, because there would be no other content really taken away from it, so that's just how I feel. I just ultimately I decided that I would feel more comfortable with keeping that separate, like the movie review separate, and because I know, I feel like when people see this channel, or at least my channel name, Madman Reads and Rocks, it's good for booktube stuff, bookish stuff, book related stuff. But at the same time, I feel like it doesn't really fit in with, as far as when I do a movie review, or a beer review, or album review. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Again, I'll provide a link to it down below if you want to check out my review channel. Again, it's just Madman Reviews. So so for my April TBR this month, again, just completely wide open. I'm not going to stick to any actual solid TBR. So yeah, and also too, the month of April, my birthday is this month on April 15th. So yeah, I know I really have no idea what I'm going to do for my birthday. I do know that I share a birthday with Leonardo da Vinci, so Leonardo da Vinci is, of course, I would say he's definitely my favorite. Well, pretty high up there, yeah. I'd say he's my favorite artist, but not only artist, but Renaissance man. So yeah, Renaissance person. So yeah. Again, I don't really know what I'll do for my birthday, so hopefully something awesome. So yeah, that does it for this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.